Alright, welcome back. So today we're going to go over 2D lists, and what a 2D list is just a bunch of lists inside of a list. And why this is beneficial is because you can add a bunch of different types of lists into a list and have it stored, or you could make a grid layout of data. Alright, so we'll start off by making our first 2D list, and we'll call this one outside list. Now, if we want to put 5 lists inside of it, we're just going to need to do, let's say for inside, we'll have a range of 5 lists, and we'll append to our main list, outside list, we'll just append a bunch of lists. Okay, now if we want to see this, all we have to do is just print outside list. And we should just get a bunch of lists inside of a list. So what we have here is just 5 lists inside of a list. We didn't put any data inside of them, so they're just going to be empty. Now, going off of that idea about a grid, we can make rows and columns. So we'll start off with our number being 1, and we'll have a big giant 2D list. So after that, we'll make 3 rows, and we'll initialize a list for each one of those rows. And we'll also add in columns. We'll add 3 of them, just to be squared. And we'll append our list and our number that is going to be incrementing into each row. Now at the end of each row that we'll make in our list, we will append this to our giant list. So now we'll display this, and it should just look like 3 lists, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all separated by lists into our giant list. All right, perfect. So now we can have all these separated to look like rows and columns, and to do that, we will print it, and we'll have it separated by rows. Okay, so you can see our first list is just in one line, and then now you can make sense of why a 2D list is so important, because you can print out each list inside of that list, and it looks just like this. Now, a cool thing with 2D lists is you can print them off by row and column number. So what I mean by that is if we have a number in row 1 and column 1, we can print that. Row 1, column 2, we can print that individually by just using one print command. Now we'll do that for each one. So let's say for each row, and we know that this was a 3 by 3, so we know we had 3 rows, and we also had 3 columns, so we'll have that as well. Now we can print this off as the name of our 2D list and the row times the column. And with our previous code, we can print this off, and we'll have each one printed individually. All right, so that's all I have for today. We went over initializing a 2D list, adding things to a 2D list, and being able to traverse and print out things individually in our 2D list. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you learned something.